Yo, what's up, B&B fam? Welcome back to the Burt and Burger Podcast, episode 154. I am host Burger. Host Burt is on the other end. We are B&B Burt and Burger. So we are recording this a couple days after Christmas. Usually we record this on Sundays, but because it's the day Santa came, we had to push it off a little bit. Well, you could say, well, why didn't you record it yesterday? I would tell you to fuck yourself. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Get your nose out of our business, huh?
Yeah, get your nose out of my ass for a minute.
Oh.
So, yeah, a couple days after Christmas, we're going to talk about Christmas and some other big things that have been going on as well. What old St. Nick bring you, Bert?
I got a nice vibrator gun.
So,
thing.
Anyways.
Yeah. Pretty
See,
sick.
That's literally how it is, like arguing with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ask, buddy.
Yeah,
What?
I asked.
I'm just sitting here like, okay.
I know what I didn't get for Christmas.
Did you not get one?
I didn't get a bobblehead.
Fuck, true. Supposed to be in the
Some
mail
asshole
today.
ordered it too late.
Dude, I literally ordered it on Sunday. And I wouldn't
Christmas was Sunday.
Well, I mean, last Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had, like, NFL straight up. I'm like, hey, I trust NFL. Like, they said they had a 100% guarantee.
Okay, so there's a lot of backstory
there's a
Bert
lot.
didn't give. We had a Secret Santa in our family Christmas this year, and Bert was mine. And I get this piece of paper with a box of candy and Coke Zero.
Yep.
Of a bobblehead saying these cocksuckers fucked up. They're going to burn in hell, gay-ass honkies.
Yeah.
Basically, and it was just saying how my package got delayed. And Bert got me a little bobblehead for Christmas.
Yep.
Because Daddy collects a shit ton of bobbleheads.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a nice little bobblehead.
On the way.
And it's an NFL player. Now you can tell your story, you fucking twat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just ordered it like a fucking week early.
That's pretty stupid of you to do that.
Yeah, it definitely was. But, like, I mean, I was just planning on, getting some of the things on your list. Like, I was looking at it, and maybe next year, I think I might try and make a list. Not saying, oh, your list was bad or any. I mean, you're not connected to your list at all. We have a Secret Santa list that we filled out for each other. Well, not for each other specifically, but for the group, and then we picked them and whatever.
You're so bad at describing things. It was just a list of things that you like, and then somebody grabs a list at random, and that is who you are getting Secret Santa presents for.
Yep, and because I know my cousin Burger here's on a diet, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to buy this dude $50 worth of fucking candy.
Yeah, nor did I want that.
Yeah.
Like, it was a one small thing on the list, and then
See, it was like a lot
of
of the list, though. I mean, the only other thing on your list was
I just listed a couple of candies.
Yeah, that was like a lot of the list, though. It was like treats, drinks, and then candy or something. I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh, you said it wrong again, but yeah, I got it.
Actually, I have the list right here. But no, it was I mean, I was just looking at it and I was really stumped on what to get you. Yeah, no, I guess there was other stuff, but it's like yeah, so my idea was I'm like, I guess I'll get him like a BK gift card. I'll get him this other stuff. I had all this stuff planned, and then I had a dream about something. I couldn't tell you what it was, but all I knew,
we had sex.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what I'm getting him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the old Devontae Adams bobblehead popped into mind. I'm like, shit.
Sure.
There we go. That's not a bad idea. Better than fucking 40 pounds worth of Reese's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The things you got me were 20 points in Weight Watchers apiece.
Yeah.
Didn't ask for that.
I know. I went to the fucking store, didn't have Reese's Pieces. I'm like, well, this always happens. So I'm like, well, we'll get some Reese's and some Coke.
Coke Zero was a good call.
Yeah. Yeah, Coke Zero's a good call.
So Bert got me, and I got one of our random ass fucking uncles.
Yeah. Kind of.
And all this cocksucker said was his name, his favorite color, vodka, and mint/gum.
Perfect.
That was it. So you want to sit here and bitch about mine
Oh.
that had an answer for all 10 questions.
Yeah.
Yet I had 3 things, vodka, mints, and gum. And then he had the audacity to be like, Burger got me mints and gum. He must think my breast stinks. And I'm like, hey, Jew.
This is
You filled your
exactly-
thing out like a cunt.
Yeah. You asked for this. You asked for cunt gifts. Okay.
Yeah, so I got him $40 worth of vodka
Hell yeah.
and then the gum and mints. So I
Sprinkled
was like,
some mint
cool.
goodies in there. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking douche.
What a dickweed. You really should have put that thing in there. You said, like, yeah, I got the
I
tape in there
did.
somewhere.
It was sitting right next to the fucking stocking that I put it in. I hate when I do that.
Yeah.
Like where I literally will pack a
You go out of
lunch.
your way to remind yourself of something.
Yeah, and I put a sandwich next to my lunch bag or a bag of chips in the lunch bag because it won't fit in the lunch bag. And then I just grab the lunch bag and leave.
Yeah. Like shit.
So gay.
Oh, yeah. I do that all
But I
the
wanted to
time.
leave the list in there like, yeah, cocksucker, you literally put fucking 3 things in there.
Uh-huh. But then it's like, what else can you really... I mean, yeah, you can definitely find other stuff to put on there, but it's like, it's not a bad list.
I wasn't going to go out of my way to do that either.
No.
No, you want to be a prick and not tell me anything? Fine, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck off.
Fucking queer. So,
Yeah.
but it was a good Secret Santa.
Yeah.
So Bert got me Reese's peanut butter cups with Reese's Pieces in it, so it's literally 600 fucking calories per bite. And I tried one, and I'll eat all of them, Bert, but there is just way too much going on in those fucking things.
Oh, yeah.
There's way too much stuff. It's overstimulating me. I'm getting hard. I'm getting the shits. I'm fucking can't see straight. I'm losing hair. So
Yeah.
I got to take them one step at a time, but I can't wait for my bobblehead.
Should be here whenever it's here, I guess.
Thanks. Good feedback. Anyways,
I'm not going to lie. I have Audacity open, and it said I had 30 seconds of audio left, and I can't contain the blood coming out of my ass right now. So I just deleted a bunch of shit on my computer.
It's fucking uninstalled.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking all your games and shit.
Everything.
Deleted pictures of you and your family.
Yeah, like I don't even know what the fuck was in my recycle bin, but I just emptied it. So hopefully there was nothing good in there.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I just shit my pants. So all I heard was you like having a breakdown in the background, like fucking losing hair, shitting pants. I'm like, oh god, I'm missing this. Fuck.
This is good shit.
So I have to listen back to that to really get my good chuckle out of it. But
Oh yeah. It was
yeah,
silly, but no, it was a good Christmas. I got a lot of good stuff and spent time with the family and the ladies' family and all of that stuff. So
oh yeah,
'twas good.
yeah, not too bad overall. Definitely better than the fucking white elephant. That thing always devolves into retardation.
It's just the women getting wine to each other
Wine and bucks.
and shit. Yeah, cool. Cringe. Let's
Yeah.
only think about ourselves and literally nobody else, shall we?
Yeah.
Fucking pricks.
See, now, I got invited to a white elephant when I get back to school with our neighbors, my roommates and our neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if I was necessarily invited. I'm in a group chat, and they said, oh, would the boys like to join us? I'm like, I didn't say anything, because I don't know if I was exactly
Could have got your cock
invited, but-
sucked.
Yeah, I think I am. I mean, I just got to ask, like, oh, is there a price limit or anything like that on it? I don't fucking know what I'm going to do, but I try and play it as cool as I can, The neighbors are all women, by the way.
Yep,
So-
that's why I said that.
Yeah, just a refresher for any of you fuckers who don't listen good like myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a little nerve-wracking. There's a lot of them in there, too. Yeah.
Well, you should just get condoms, and they're for us tonight, gorgeous.
Exactly.
Smack them on the ass.
Laid on extremely thick.
Not even to wear, but to watch us. I'm going in raw.
Exactly.
Or you're going in raw and me.
Yeah, they're just going to sit on the counter, yeah.
Yeah, they're like eyeballs.
Exactly.
So over Christmas, we were literally guaranteed by everybody out there that we were going to get this ginormous snowstorm
Oh, yeah.
that was
Like no
going
power
to
for the whole village.
Yeah, exactly.
Thousands
Like New
dead.
York City was going to lose power. Texas was getting 30 feet of snow. And I know some areas got hit more than others. But where we were, it literally just was like a normal storm. Like there was nothing fucking crazy going on.
No, I've seen this one before. It's like the fucking meme.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
seen
like
this
this
one before.
compared to the winters that we had growing up.
Oh yeah.
This is nothing.
There were some gay ones.
Yeah, there sure were. So
Yeah.
it was a
And this
gay ass
pussy shit.
fucking storm. Yeah, I was pissed.
What the fuck?
Well,
I
not
mean-
necessarily pissed, but I
Yeah.
was like, I was pissed. I was lied to as badly as I was.
Yeah. And then I have this one buddy who he's like, "Oh, it's a winter weather advisory. You can't go out." I'm like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself, buddy."
Did Jesus say that? I'm sorry. What do you mean I can't go out?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
do you
can't's
mean?
kind of big. Like that's a. I guess I'm thinking of something else. Never's a long
Yeah.
time.
yeah,
You know, kinda
yeah.
one of those things. It's like, yeah, I'd like to watch you fucking try.
I mean, are you gonna come stop me? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I was like literally. God, it was so fucking dumb.
The cringe thing is, like I said earlier when we were talking, your friend is our age saying that. It wasn't
Yeah.
like a overprotective mom or something like that saying it. It was literally a fucking like 24-year-old
something.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of cringe. Yeah, he's like, well, it says here. It's just like one of those over analytical types. It's like, well, it says here that it's going to be extremely hazardous driving conditions, and you really should only do it if it's an absolute emergency. Like everybody that I knew that had a job went to work.
Everybody. It wasn't
Like,
even fucking
literally
close
everybody.
to bad. It was shitty out, not gonna lie. I mean, it was shitty, but it was not to the point to where I should stay home.
Yeah, no, it was not even nearly that bad.
No. Fuck them.
It was crazy. Like, okay, relax.
What are you, a Fed buddy?
Yeah.
That's what you should have said when he
Yeah.
told you that.
What are you gonna do? Tell on me?
Yeah, you gotta call the cops
Yeah.
because I'm a naughty boy.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Whatever you do, don't call the cops at 11:30 saying I'm going out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no gay storm. At least for us, I do know it hit other parts pretty damn hard. But can we also talk about in our Discord how people do this whole dick measuring contest on how cold it is outside?
It was so funny. Didn't I put a
It
meme
was
in there? I'm like, you
so
guys are gay.
cringe. What the fuck was that all about?
I gotta find it. Oh yeah, I was like, yeah. I sent a fucking meme and it's like negative 1,000 degrees, Shelbyville. You guys.
Oh yeah.
This is what you guys fucking sounds like.
Seriously,
So
like
gay.
if somebody said, unless it was like where I am at, like outside here in Arkansas,
Yeah.
it's this cold outside, then I would care. But I don't really fucking care 8 states over how cold it is there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's not something I care about. Like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like, our Discord's really obsessed about the weather for
Like,
some
real-
reason.
It was pretty funny, yeah.
Yeah, we build this B&B community, and they're like, yo, there's a tornado outside.
This is crazy.
This is gay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I saw 2 tornadoes today on my way to school. Oh, yeah, I saw 3, and my mom cheated on my dad.
Exactly.
Like, that's what we want comments of, but instead it's literally people like, yo, you're so cool. It's so cold at your house.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks, dude.
You're in my prayers, brother.
Man, that sucks a cock. Damn.
Yeah, that sucks cock, buddy.
Yeah, damn. Shit.
Yeah, no, I always hate talking about the weather, too. It's the most awkward fucking conversations. Boy, real nice weather we're getting here, eh, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Especially when you're wrong, too. It's like, damn, heard it's supposed to be shitty this weekend, and it's absolutely fucking fine. Now you look
Yup.
like a douchebag.
Yup,
Congratulations.
seriously.
You win the retard award.
Yup, nice job, homos.
Yep.
So, you had a couple of things you wanted to chat about.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring up those? I have a bunch of things I wanted to
You
talk
have
about
a lot.
this EP.
You've got a
Well,
lot.
2 of them were from the Discord.
Oh, really?
Yup. I didn't come up with traveling and vehicle evolution on my own, brother.
Ah. Yeah, yeah, okay. I thought maybe the traveling was like what we just talked about, but yeah, okay.
No, what we just talked about was Gay
Was just the weather
Storm.
being AIDS. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see that. Makes more sense.
I just opened up Tetris to play while you talk about a story I don't care about.
Uh-huh.
And on the side, there's a thing called Hero Wars. and it says help or ignore. And it shows this guy like with his hand up to his forehead. Here, you might want to screenshot this one, Bert. With his hand up to his forehead.
Okay.
Like nervous, like he's trying to make the right decision. And there's some redhead with their head trapped in a vent. Like she's standing straight the fuck up. Guess it could be a blonde. But she's standing straight up. She's not bent over like stuck in a dryer. She's like in a hallway, and there's like an air vent that she just put her fucking head in. There's no way this bitch was going to fit in there. Like, I don't know why she's just standing there.
Yeah, Hero Wars is gay. This is the AIDS fucking clickbait as shit one.
That's what I thought that fucking spy game was when you
see.
told me about it last week. Like, it was something stupid like that. So, yeah, it's up on the screen for you guys to see.
Yeah.
This fucking dumb bitch literally just stuck her head in a vent. Like, it wasn't even like, all right, in porn when they're stuck in the dryer, it's because they were doing laundry, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
But this bitch has no reason to put her fucking head in there.
She's like, I saw a piece of candy in there.
Yeah, a piece of candy.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right. Talk about a topic I don't care about for a bit.
Yeah.
Bert has really good topics, but sometimes they fucking stink.
I'm just so
bad.
good at telling them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I get excited, but now there's whenever I get up, well, when I first started on TikTok, not posting or anything, but when I started browsing on TikTok, using it recreationally, if you will, it was pretty neat. I had a lot of fun on there. And until I realized, like, I got snapped out of it, and I wake up at 9 o'clock, and then I'm on TikTok until 1 in the afternoon. 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning.
Yeah. 1 in the afternoon, and I'm like, fuck, I haven't even eaten anything today. Like, what the hell's going on?
I like how that's where it starts. Shit, I haven't eaten.
Shit.
Not that I just spent 9 hours on TikTok.
Yeah.
Fuck, I haven't ate today.
Yeah. Like, damn,
Must
I need
eat.
to go fucking eat, dude. Damn, this is bad.
Wonder why my heart beats at fucking 190 a minute.
Yeah, it's not good. So I had to fucking delete TikTok once I noticed that. And then, shortly after, Burger's like, oh, we got to use TikTok for fucking promoting the pod. I'm like, oh, great. Okay, here we go.
And look at what it's done for us.
Yep, it's done so much. But I don't do that anymore. I'm not browsing TikTok anymore. That shit's a fucking disease.
Yeah, especially the shit you were fucking, because we shared the same TikTok for a bit.
It was pretty AIDS.
And the shit you followed, I just could not believe the autism behind it. So yeah, I could only imagine how fucking terrible your TikTok was until Daddy Burger came along.
Yeah. I feel like I could probably curate something that I'd actually find interesting, but I'm good. So yeah, I went from TikTok, and now I still kind of have some weird thing to where I feel like I need to fill the first hour of my day with retarded shit that doesn't do anything. So I just look at YouTube thumbnails, and then I watch there's cringe shit on there too, and then they drop the fucking shorts, and now I'm on shorts. Sometimes I look at shorts in the morning. And I can't delete YouTube, so I'm like, fuck, this is just a necessary evil, I guess. And I saw
You look at shorts in the morning,
shorts,
you just
Nikes.
Just go through gym shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Under Armours, yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And recently there's been some sort of well, at least the stuff that gets shown to me is kind of interviews. Like I kind of must have been watching some rap interviews or something, but it's just gangster shit with music in the background, yeah, and then the fucking Biggie and Tupac did this shit. I don't even know how I got here. It doesn't really make sense, but
why you listen to hip hop music? It's not that fucking hard to figure it out.
Yeah, but not on YouTube. I do on Spotify, I guess. I mean, everything's fucking connected at this point, so yeah, I guess that's fair. But one of the things, and then I get some movie stuff where it's oh, blah, 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 blah. And I got this thing for fucking The Disaster Artist with James Franco and Seth Rogen's in it. It's a biopic of Tommy Wiseau, which is some nutcase actor.
Yeah, he made the movie. He was in the movie The Room, which is known as the worst film of all time. And then The Disaster Artist is a documentary about
making it, basically.
that movie. Yeah, I haven't seen either of it, and nor will I.
Yeah.
but I know about it.
It's pretty interesting. I feel like it's
Oh
kind
my
of
god,
one of
no, it's
the
not.
it'd be see, I was thinking of it and like I feel like this is one of them that like I'm surprised The Room was never suggested to us for booby time.
Probably because no one watched that shithole movie.
Probably. Yeah, I could see that. Like it was it was bad. Like watching through it, I'm like, wow, this is
Did you
bad. Like it must be
you're skipping some details here. Did you just started talking about some short, and then you said, so yeah, watching through it, it was weird. Like, what did you watch? The Room? Did you watch The Disaster Artist?
Oh,
Or
I watched The Disaster
what
Artist,
about
yeah.
the interview that you were talking about? Like, what's going on right
Oh,
now?
I'm just goose chasing all the way to shorts being AIDS and
Oh, cool. So,
it was
anyways,
just
I got
like
something I wanted to talk about.
that's too bad. No, I feel like we need to fucking watch The Room.
Okay.
Like this is one where there's so much autism in it, and like I think it'd be interesting.
Just said I wouldn't, but sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of other movies I think I'd rather watch first, but like future guests, you know, if you guys are
Yeah,
ever
please suggest it.
yeah,
so we
future
can-
guests. So we have some sort of a. So I feel like almost doing that. I've been thinking about games lately, and I'm like, fuck, I really want to play this single player game. But I'm like, I don't really want to just sit down and play single player games. So maybe I need to record it and like upload it to YouTube or something.
Sure.
Like that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Some sort of just stupid little.
Would it be to Burton Burger or like
Yeah.
your own personal
No.
YouTube? I know.
It'd be Bert and Burger, and then I think about it, and I'm like, but then it's kind of just like Bert doing his like thing.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
interesting. Well, I guess that's.
Are
an
you gonna do
opportunity, yeah.
commentary over it, or are you just gonna play it?
Oh, it'd be commentary over it.
Oh hell yeah! No, I'm 100% down for that.
Yeah, I don't know. If I ever get bored of doing other stuff, then maybe that might be a thing I do.
Well, you started hiding from your friends, so
True.
you're getting back into that phase where you don't like your friends that much.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I hide from.
Why don't you
everybody.
like them? What have they done this time?
Oh, nothing. I mean, it's just like I just get.
You were
turned
trying to
off from
hide from
games.
them. Yes, you. They
Oh.
did something.
No, it's just the games we're playing are cringe.
Okay, so that's what they did then. Is they're playing games you don't like? That's all I was asking for.
Yeah. And then there's like bouts when we kind of hide from people. Well, my one buddy hides from people, and then I like talk with him. I don't know. And then there's like games that I like to play that he doesn't like to play, and then there's just not a lot of overlap in interest. Like you and I, we
Mhm.
have FPSs. We both enjoy simple games. We enjoy story co-op games and stuff like that. But
I really can't recall a single time where we were like, "Yo, I don't want to play this anymore." Like,
yeah, I feel
I
like
can't. I'm trying to think. Like, there's times where we're not feeling certain games, but that's usually me. Like, I don't remember you ever saying like, "I really don't want to fucking play this."
yeah. I want to say there was like one game that we've both been like this. Oh, it was probably the fucking that stupid ninja game that we were just playing when we were like, yeah, this is not going anywhere. This is gay.
Yeah, well, that happens a lot where there's games we don't like, but I'm talking about like
Even just
how
one
you
where
are
you're
with your friend, like where I'm begging you to play a game or you're begging me to play a game, and we're both like, no.
yeah. I'd say
I know
the
on
only
stream we get like that, but
oh yeah, the only time would kind of be like COD, but I know you usually just get the COD after.
yeah, well, I'll play COD for a bit. I just can't play it as long as you do.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. I just have total brain numb. Like I'll just put on Netflix in the background. That's my favorite thing to do is killing two birds with one stone. Watching TV in the background or a movie or something and then playing a game. That's like my jam. And I can't really do that when other people are there. And I don't know. It's just like party games or something like that. Like there's games that we play when it's more than just me and one of my buddies.
Mm-hmm.
That's more what I'm into. I like the whole gang. But I don't know. So no, I'm hiding.
So what about the Room?
But yeah, so The Room is is basically if you gave me a budget and you're like, "Hey Bert, make a movie." I'm like, "Okay."
That's one thing another thing you got out of this podcast was how fucking movie budgets work.
Yeah. Yeah, I still don't have like, I mean, a 1-to-1, but it's like, yeah, it's
Well, you now know, like, if a
important.
movie has a $14,000 budget, it is literally not worth your fucking time.
Yeah. I mean, The Room has a $6 million budget.
It's pretty low.
Yeah.
That's incredibly low. Yeah.
It made $1,800 in the box office.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's so bad. God, that's horrible. Yeah. I think the other thing is I'm like, oh, Burger, we should we should really watch this because I'm not gonna watch this shit by myself.
Mm.
But that's kind of where the what's it called thing came in. The fucking shorts thing came in. It's like I was just kind of watching shorts, and then I'm like, damn, this movie looks kind of good. And I sat
The
down,
Room?
bought it on fucking Prime, and I watched
Oh, the Disaster
The
Artist.
Disaster Artist. Yeah, it was like one fucking bad trip into another. Shitty fucking YouTube shorts right into watching like a hour and a half movie. But I guess that's not bad. Almost 2 hour movie. But nah, I was just thinking, I'm like, damn, I mean, Burger Lowe's document, I mean, whatever you'd call a bio. I feel like somebody called it a biopic, but
It might be, but I feel like it's more of like a
Biographic.
spoof film than anything. Like I think they're trying to do like a biopic. Like I think it's supposed to be one, but with James Franco and Seth Rogen in it and shit like that, it's just them being gay.
yeah, there was a lot of it that was very weird. Like I could see you getting into it just because like you like the
I'm not going to
whole-
get into this fucking movie.
Well, I mean, it's not actually like super autistic.
It's pretty fucking autistic.
I'd say the main movie was probably like The Room or whatever is probably 10 times more autistic than this.
Mm-hmm.
This one's kind of like a weird French accent autistic guy.
Like, what about that makes you think I'll like it? Like the way
Well,
you just described it, there's nothing in there that I give a
It's just
shit
like
about.
yeah, I don't know. I know you like amateur films and the such, so
I do.
I was trying to think of how I can make it. I don't know.
I don't like amateur porn, if that's what you're saying.
That was
Daddy
kind of the
likes
joke.
High quality porn.
High def.
Yeah, I need HD shit. I
Yeah.
need HD boobies, not that fuzzy shit.
Yeah, that's cringe.
No fuzzy boobies in the house.
None. No. Yeah, so we got to watch The Room. Looks like a nightmare. Or maybe just take everybody's take on it. It has like 2 stars with like 90,000 fucking ratings. That's pretty bad.
We can watch The Room, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. But don't act like I'm gonna fucking like it.
Yeah. This is like up there with the fucking Rubber movie. I'm like, yeah, this shit looks bad.
Yeah, but Rubber was on purpose. I don't think The Room was trying to be gay.
Oh no, he was definitely, well, if it's anything like the thing like the Disaster Artist paints him as, yeah, it's definitely real. It just looks so laughably bad.
Yeah, I think that was the point.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe we'll check it out. We had a couple of topics that people wanted us to chat about. One was traveling.
Yep.
Bert doesn't travel whatsoever,
Nope.
even a tiny bit.
Will be soon. That's like my job. Don't know how that's gonna
But
fucking work.
yeah, I can imagine you quitting it pretty quickly. But
Yeah.
glad you're giving it a whirl at least.
Yeah. I'm sticking it out.
Everyone in our family is like so shocked about it. I'm like, did you think he wasn't going to graduate? Like, what are you?
Yeah. I know.
And then my dad said, yeah, his own parents didn't even believe in him. So
exactly. I'm like, fuck.
true.
Like, shit, really? Yeah.
Darn.
Damn. Damn, he's actually making it. Shit.
But yeah, I haven't traveled that much either. I mean, I've gone abroad into Jamaica. I've gone to Memphis, Florida. And that's about it. I haven't really traveled too much. I know where I want to go. Like, I'd love to go to Hawaii, obviously, and Rome and Australia and shit like that. But
Maybe Fiji, you know, on like a paid trip. Like, you know.
I mean, I'd go anywhere. But if I got to choose, it wouldn't. Man, fuck Fiji. Fiji gay.
I was making a Survivor joke, but yeah.
Oh, Lord, don't remind me.
Yeah. You know, all expense paid trip, 30 days to Fiji would be cool.
No food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue, yeah.
I got a new audition clip that I literally scripted out an entire script and everything. I'm like, yeah, this is gay. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Whole thing's done.
This is the first time I've actually been like, damn, this actually would be, I got the think, like, it never passed my mind when watching Survivor that, like, damn, I would interview. But then, like, after I watched this last season, I'm like, I finished it, and I'm like, damn, I would never do it, but, like, the thought crossed my mind, and I'm like, wow.
I couldn't imagine
No.
a worser fucking contestant
Oh, yeah. No,
for this show than you. So, yeah, shut your
Yeah.
hole.
No, I'm not interested in doing it in any way. Just the fact that the thought passed my mind, I found very entertaining. Like, huh?
So, yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of traveling. Neither is Bert.
Nope.
I don't mind it. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
When I
love
went.
road trips.
Yeah, I really don't got a whole lot to say about traveling. I also don't have a whole lot to say about vehicle evolution either. That's a pretty specific one.
Yeah.
I just remember horse and buggy days, and
Yeah.
now we're in vehicle days. I don't get it.
Here's one that's kind of interesting, I guess. I mean, Elon Musk on old.
No, don't care. Don't care.
He made a screen. He put a screen in the new Teslas, so now you can play fucking Steam games. He has an integration for fucking Steam, and the motherfucker's playing Cyberpunk.
They've always had screens in Teslas.
Yeah, but this one has like a fucking like a 20-inch monitor and a controller in the fucking car. I'm like, okay, this might be too much.
The earliest evidence suggesting horses were ridden dates to about 3500 BC.
I believe that. I know Genghis Khan loved his horses. He was a little horse boy. Little horse fucker. That was pretty
He was
cool.
a horse fucker too.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, he's like, what is it? Like, he's like fucking 90% of his DNA is in modern the Eastern world. Yeah.
No, it's throughout everybody.
Oh,
I
can see it.
Odds you are related to Genghis Khan is 0.5 of the male population.
But yeah, that's autistic. That's fucking stupid as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That dude definitely tried to fuck a horse. Try to tell me he didn't.
Same though.
Try telling me he didn't. Go ahead. No.
4000 BC, horses and camels are domesticated and used for transfer. 3500 BC, fixed wheels on carts are invented. Riverboats are invented. 2000 BC, first chariots are built. Not sure if this is what they meant by vehicle transportation or evolution, but
yeah, I'm not
this
sure.
is what you're getting.
I am not.
See, I'm more
sure.
interested in this old ass shit than, a V2 rocket was created, and then a Ford car was created, and then supersonic flight takes place. Don't care.
No. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get an electronic car at some point, but
Same.
yeah, I know
Now
you
we'll
like
get
your
called
Prius.
gay for that.
Prius, you're
Shut the
hybrid.
fuck up.
You're
You're
a
so
hybrid.
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been switching over to Teslas though, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't want to say more modern, but
I told my brother that Tesla semis are starting to become better than gasoline or diesel semis, and my brother
he probably
just fucking came unglued over that.
Yeah.
Oh, you one of them fuckers now, eh? Oh, yeah, well, you get yourself big old Peterbilt out there. I'm like, yeah, shut up, homo.
Yeah, I can see it.
Fucking fag.
Yeah, that's funny. Damn. No, I'm all in. I'm all in for electronic vehicles. Heard you even get like a little fucking tax rebate if you get an electronic vehicle. Saving the environment. That's nice.
Yeah.
Buy a $30,000.
Speaking of taxes, I reached out to somebody on Reddit to
Oh yeah.
help us with our Twitch. It was the guy that fucking honed us for being retarded and not being explicit on what we were asking.
Yeah.
So I made a Reddit post saying, hey, can somebody else help us out with PayPal? We don't know what we're doing. And one guy's like, you need to be more specific. Or the reason why nobody is responding to your message because you didn't give us enough information. Literally, your friend,
Uh-huh.
Sue, Like, literally sue. So then I DM that guy. I'm like, hey, do you think you can help us out? I mean, here's what we're having issues with PayPal. And then he's like, I highly recommend that you edit the post and let everyone see your specific questions. You're too broad. Nobody knows what you're saying. And I'm like, yeah, well, the reason why we're broad is because we wanted some people to be like, hey, I know a thing or two about PayPal. So we could DM them and have a specific conversation rather than just having a super broad, specific fucking question out there.
Yeah.
And then he said something, and I didn't even read it, just left the conversation. Like, nope, not doing this. Thanks, buddy.
I'd say appreciate the help, but you have done fuck all. So
yeah, you literally just told me how I asked my question in a stupid way, so thanks.
Yeah, totally missed the point.
So you got to find somebody that we can talk to, though.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, all the other people out there are doing the same shit.
Exactly. And
like
also, we're going to want to talk to somebody about the tax stuff with this, too, because tax season's going to be coming up here in the next handful of months. And we have made a good chunk of money off of Twitch and TikTok. So we're going to want to figure out how that works, or we might have some tax evasion under our belt here soon.
IRS. Yeah,
so,
baby.
Better find somebody.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. What if I just go to my bank?
Yeah. If you want, I guess.
Hey, so if I was making money stripping online or something like that, just for a buddy.
Yeah. If I was selling feet pics, does that get taxed?
I was selling pictures of my starfish. As people say. Yeah, I mean, it's like, PayPal's just gay. I'd love to rule it out. Like, I read one of those guys' messages earlier today, and he was saying, like, yeah, just go through, like, a third party, or don't do a third party, but go straight through your bank. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck as long as no one sees, like, oh, message from... And then it's literally our first and last name and our address and social security. Yeah,
my mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, it's ridiculous. My password right there, too. Like, everything.
It's like, yeah, message from.
My last
just
12
shows our name.
passwords and all my usernames to everything, yeah. It's
so
everything.
We got to figure this shit out.
It's gay. Literally, it's just so stupid. Every time I go on there to try and, like, go one step forward, it's like 12 steps back.
Seriously, yeah.
Call my mom gay.
Literally,
it's not fun.
It's just fucking. Our PayPal's like, yeah, your mom's gay, buddy.
Yeah, like, we're just trying to withdraw funds, please.
Yeah, your mom's cheating on your dad.
Yeah, it's gay. PayPal's bad. Fucking garbage.
What is Love Cubed?
Love Cubed is fucking cringe. So, I was listening to a podcast. You know Theo Von, the mullet dude, little comedian. Well, he had on, I almost said Theo Von. I am stupid. He had on Neil deGrasse Tyson, the world-renowned astronomer.
Wow, I didn't realize he was that big.
Who? Theo Von?
Theo Von, yeah.
Oh, Theo Von's pretty big. Yeah, I mean, he's had on some pretty wild guests. He's been on Joe Rogan quite a few times. He's definitely established in the comedian loop. Yep, so he's got on old Neil. And it's very funny because Theo Von is kind of an old backwoods hick kind of guy. And he's like, because obviously whenever you get into the big famous podcasts, they're always trying to push something. So they don't just have a guest on like old Joey Trebe, just to say, hey, here's my good buddy Joey, and he's going to talk to us about God. Talk to us about Jesus, you know? And you can't, like, do that on big podcasts. There's always some fucking alternate agenda, like, oh, maybe Joey has a book that he's trying to sell. Get a little bit of... get some money or something. So obviously fucking Neil old Neil. I feel like I need to say his whole name. Yeah, so Neil goes on old Theo Von's podcast, and Theo Von, he's like, there's some parts in this book, I read it all, there's some parts that kind of pissed me off. Because he's just like, it's kind of like just a denier of science kind of thing. So there's some interesting stuff in there, and eventually it gets to the point, I don't think he was pissed off necessarily, but he's like, so you break a lot of stuff down into science, right, Neil? Neil's like, yep. He's like, so you're married. Are you married? You got a woman in your life? And he's like, yep, I do. Been happily married however long. He's like, and Theo asks him, he's like, well, is there now be honest with me. How did you choose your wife? He's like, this might sound a little weird, but, so he has like this whole fucking nerd scale on how to choose his wife.
That's culty.
So what it is he says it's like you have a line, and you have 1 to 10. And you're like, the only thing that I care about is boobies. And now you rate your boobies from 1 to 10. And now you have a line. And then you make another line coming up off of it. So now you have a square, right? So now you have boobies on the bottom. And you have is funny on the height or something like that. So now he's saying if you have a 9 on the bottom and a 2, or if she's got 9 boobies, okay, wait, a rating of 9 boobies and is only a 2 on the funny, then you multiply them together to get 18. So he would rate this lady 18. Or what you're supposed to do is he says you get your line.
Is this Neil deGrasse Tyson that's saying that?
Yep,
or
it
Theo
is.
Von? Okay.
It's Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's nerding out big time. And he's like, so what you do is you start with this point and you make all these lines. One going straight left and right, one going up and down, one going back and forward, and all this. And he's like, so now you can make a love cubed, your cubed love. So you have boobies on the bottom, you have funny on the top, and you have depth is, maybe it's depth. That's a bad joke. I don't know what else you look for. That's all I can think of on the top of my head. Maybe if they're tall, if you're weird. Maybe how tall she is or something. And now you multiply all 3 of them. And now you have a big fucking number that I can't do off the top of my head. But it's like,
sure,
he's boiling his potential love interests down into a number. And I thought that was kind of silly. And also,
yeah, that's good.
It's like you normally a person develops a tool to make a job go by faster. So it's kind of like, if I was building a house, I'd figure out how to make a really nice hammer that can just fucking pound nails all day. So it's like
a normal hammer.
Yeah, exactly. So Neil deGrasse Tyson's trying to make a hammer, or like this fucking tool. Like, okay, I'm just trying to get to the point. Okay, Neil deGrasse Tyson wasn't swimming in coochie. There's no way. He's like a fucking astrophysicist or something. Okay, you don't need a fucking tool to rate women. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of objectifying the ever-living shit out of them too.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, it's not necessarily all physical. It's like, maybe she's good at holding a conversation, or maybe she's really smart or something. Whatever you value in a person. Like, I could kind of see what he's getting at. I'm like, this is kind of interesting, but like, you're like trying to boil the shit down into numbers, and that at the end of the day is just kind of like, it's a weird approach. I mean, I guess it worked for him, so that's neat.
Don't know if that's what got him the woman, but sure.
Yeah. He's like, here, so look at this, Matilda, whatever his woman's name is. Yeah. No, I was just
let's
thinking
go
of that.
look at Neil deGrasse's wife's tits.
I know, I was going to say it, because I was thinking of this in the shower.
And see if he's on to something.
To make this a joke, yeah. And I came up with the whole, like, he's definitely not swimming in it. Otherwise, maybe, fuck, this is... So let's see, Neil.
Her name's Alice Young.
Oh, I'm sure when she was younger, it probably wasn't horrible.
Now type in Alice Young tits.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, she's old as fuck.
Yeah, maybe if she wasn't.
She's also white as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
I mean, she looks like she might have some decent-sized boobies.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's possible.
She don't pass my boobie test.
Nah. I mean...
If it works for you, though, Neil, good job.
Yeah, that's good for him. That's real good for him. So, that just struck me as a very interesting approach. So Neil had to make this fucking tool to that was like his old Tinder. And then he's trying to explain to, all right. He's trying to explain to Theo Von like a fucking 9-dimension cube to him. And it's kind of like, you're going right over his head, buddy.
Yeah, this guy is a fucking redneck with a mullet that tells fart jokes.
Yeah. Like, Try again.
Well, this kind of goes into my next point is...
Ooh.
I've always thought about this, but with like the astrophysics and things like that. The science community is really big on the multiverse. Not just the MCU multiverse, but the a real life multiverse.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people believe it. Not just like something gay like astrology, but like a lot of scientists believe in the multiverse thing. And the thing is there's literally as much evidence for the multiverse as there is for God. So, I mean, which one are you going to hang your hat up on, I guess?
Right.
So there's that. But it really irks me to think about how people will latch onto this kind of shit, but then discredit other beliefs. Like, the multiverse states that there is an infinite amount of multiverses out there, of universes that are different or the exact same. I don't fucking know. But the thing is if it's possible, it happens in another multiverse. Like, that's the thing.
Oh, okay.
So there's a universe out there where I am married to Emma Watson.
Yup.
There's a universe out there in which the MCU is real. We just happen to be in the one where it's a comic book.
Okay.
But the thing that really pisses me off is, do you have like a pen or a pencil or something you can grab on your desk right now, Bert?
Yeah.
Put the pencil down in front of you wherever you want.
Okay.
Did you do it?
Yep.
So in our universe, your pen is in that exact same spot. But in a different universe, the only difference is your pen is an inch to the left.
Yep.
And everything else is identical. Everything all the 8 billion people in the world just did still happened the exact same way, except your pen moved 1 inch to the left.
Yep.
And there are infinite amount of possibilities. And another one, the exact same thing happened, except your pen is now 2 inches. And then exact same thing happened everywhere else in the fucking universe. And I hate that fucking line of thinking. Like,
It's
my
different.
ass isn't in a different position in this chair in one universe.
By like one atom to the left.
Exactly, but literally everything else is the exact same. Everything else in your house is the exact same in this universe. Everything everybody just said just fucking happened. The only difference between that universe and our universe is my asshole is one atom to the left versus in the other one. I fucking hate that. Like, that literally drives me fucking nuts. This is just with me, too. There's a universe where 800 million people just don't exist. And then there's a universe where all 800 million people exist, except they are all standing one atom to the left, and they are right now. Like, your fucking logic is stupid, dude.
It's pretty wild.
Like, but when people say... There's a universe where you're dating Emma Watson. There's a universe where you have a Peter on the back of your head. There's a universe this and this. It's like, not all of them have to be that extreme changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got me
tiny.
a Hunter Renfro bobblehead instead of Devontae Adams, and that is the only difference. That universe is the exact same, except I got a different bobblehead than you.
That's it.
So
millions of billions of millions of billions.
Yeah, everything else is the exact same, except my colon is in a different area than it was 2 seconds ago. So that's why I said multiverse is gay. I've always thought about that, like, because people are like, oh, in another universe, this is happening. I'm like, it doesn't even have to be that extreme, dude. Like, my toenail could be a little longer, and that's the only difference.
Yeah. I mean, I liked using it to make a joke the other day where I'm like, in all of the multiverses, this is the one that I lost the fantasy football due to our cousin drafting Joe Burrow.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Or
so,
picking him off free agency.
Yes, he didn't draft him. It's even worse. He signed him in free agency. But
yeah.
I don't want to talk about that.
It's gay. It's gay.
Yeah. Bert is 5 points away from winning the entire league right now if our cousin didn't sign Joe Burrow. Instead, Bert is battling for last place.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
So speaking of non-badass, there is a topic that I can finally fucking talk about.
Ooh. Oh,
And
yeah.
I have wanted to keep this a secret for a long time, but unfortunately, he has unfollowed me on Twitter and Burton Burger on Twitter.
Wow.
So I am getting my revenge now.
Time to burn him to the ground.
Yeah.
All right.
So a while ago, I said something really big happened to me, and some people reached out, like, whatever happened to you, I hope you're okay, and there are better days ahead. And I'm like, no, it was a good thing. Trust me. It wasn't bad at all. Oh, I've told the story maybe 8 million fucking times, so I'm going to go for it again. So Russell Hantz is my favorite Survivor of all time. I love that dude. He's the reason why I got into Survivor. It was amazing. And he's not up there with Elvis, but he's close. Like, I really loved Russell for a very long time.
Okay.
And please don't do this again.
It's just like,
you've heard the story 9 times.
No, I know.
And you're like, hey, okay.
I feel like I need to add something in here. It gets awkward when I just like monologue.
Yeah, it could be like, correct. I don't know.
All right.
Anyways.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I love Russell. You guys know Bert and I are in a fantasy football league with Russell and some other people. So he made a post on Twitter saying, hey, we're taking 10 more people. Last league. Who wants in? I happened to say it a few seconds after he posted it. We get into a group chat with Russell Hantz. Dream come true. So Russell starts talking a lot of shit in one of our group me's or one of our Twitter chats one day. And guys, so this was months ago, by the way. Oh, cool. I loaded to where I wanted to go. I turned my phone off so it would stay there. I unlocked my phone, and now we are no longer at that spot. Cool. So this happened quite a few months ago now, this whole ordeal here. I'm still in the fantasy league. It kind of a big scam, not doing it again. However, it was worth it because of what happened here. Russell got to drinking one night in this fantasy chat and started talking major shit. And he's going back and forth between other guys, and they think Russell's colluding and he's cheating and he's teaming up with his brother so they can win the money and blah, blah, blah. Russell's talking shit back. Finally, Russell says, and I'm about to do something else, you bitches, LOL, but I don't know a one of you, so you'll have to watch and wait, LOL.
Okay.
So then I says, Russ, you say you don't know any of us, so I would gladly like to change that. I would like to extend an invite for you to come on my podcast so we can get to know each other and get to be the bestest of bros. Just had Coach on not too long ago, but I'm sure you would be a way better guest.
Yeah.
And all Russell said to that is, Coach is a legend.
You're like, damn right he is.
I'm like, well, there goes our shot. Cool. That's all he says to that.
Not like, yeah, dude, let's set it up.
So then a couple other people say some things, and then Russell texts just like our moms, and this is me reading it verbatim. I haven't did a podcast other than mine on in a while. I could do that for you. I'm going to read that again, just how he texted it. I haven't did a podcast other than mine on in a while. I could do that for you. So he's a bit hammered, but that's fine. And I said, let's make it happen, buddy. And he says, tweet me, I'll follow you, and then think about it. See, bitches, it's that honey thing, LOL. By the way, I don't do other people's shoe. Not even Rob has a podcast, but I think it's time. All I ask is to get the original recording of it so I can post it on the Russell Hantz show. And that will for sure help you too.
Wow. Too good to be true.
So, again, everybody just ignore Bert's comments. He's heard this, and he knows the outcome and everything that happens after this, but we're just going to ignore his cringe. So I'm like, holy shit, Russell just fucking said that he's going to come on the Bert and Burger podcast. Oh my God. Like this, Russell just said he'd come on B&B. And not only is he going to come on B&B, but B&B is going to be on his podcast too. And we're going to do this whole fucking thing. This is awesome. Well, of course, we know how this goes. So I send this long message and shit, and then Russell says, "Can any one of you bitches take off and come to Thailand?" And I say, "Sure thing. Drop the deets." Guys, ladies, I can bullshit with the rest of them. I literally touched my toes, gaped the hole, and I let Russell have his way with me. Anything he said, I was going to fucking agree to. Knowing damn well I'm not going to Thailand.
Damn.
Not going to Thailand.
But the lady boys, though, they would have been so cold without you.
So I literally, he's like, "Can you go to Thailand?" I'm like, "Sure thing." Knowing damn well I'm not going. Because in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, yeah, right, Russ. Sure, Which, again, I think is very important that I had this mindset, because I think if I were to get let down, it would hurt a lot less if I was expecting this not to happen, right?
Uh-huh.
So I say, "Sure thing, drop the deets." And he says, "Oh, you're saying you can, Burger?" with a bunch of question marks. And I said, "Russ, you have no fucking idea how fast I would drop what I'm doing to be there. Lamau."
Mm-hmm.
He says, "How old are you?" I said, 26.
16. I mean, 26.
I'm a boy. He says, "Are you good looking? Because I can't have a troll following me about, my guy." Russell is telling me this, guys. We are planning a trip to Thailand right now. Okay? Seriously, I am reading this verbatim from this fantasy football group chat we're in. I know 8 other people are reading this chat right now thinking, wow, this guy's gay. Me and Russell are just talking back and forth, ignoring all the other people in this chat.
Fuck them.
And I said, "I'm not as hot as you, Russ, but I can handle my own." He says, okay, I just followed you. Let's talk about it. So that was the last in this group chat here. I had a decision I had to make. Was I going to tweet Russell as Bert and Burger, or was I going to tweet Russell as my personal Twitter? And I did one of the most self-sacrificial things I've ever done. And I was like, I'll do it for the brand so Bert and I can have it. I tweeted him as Bert and Burger.
Yep.
I did. He follows us. First thing he says to me is this Burger? But with my real name. I'm like, well, that fucking backfired. Literally the first message this guy says he's exposing my real name, so if our DMs get linked, there it is. So him and I start chatting on Bert and Burger. Private DMs, me and Russell. All while this dumbass is sleeping and not fucking contributing at all.
Oh, yeah. I just woke up to a bunch of shit. I'm like, yeah, this isn't real.
Yeah, why is Russell following us? And
yeah, what the fuck?
DMing us. So Russell starts brainstorming a bit, and he says, "I don't want to talk about Survivor." And I said, no, I totally get that. You probably get it a lot. All we do is just have you come on the show and see what you've been up to, get to know a little bit more about you, the guy behind all of it, rather than what you're known for. He says, "I did not say that. I do not want that. It is not going to be an interview." I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And he says, "I kind of just want to just bullshit. I just kind of just want to talk." And I said, you clearly haven't listened to our podcast, but that's all we do. And B2B is just sit and bullshit for an hour and a half or whatever. And he's just like, I say a message and he's ignoring me.
Oh, yeah. Blatant disregard.
Yup, exactly. So finally he says, "Let's start a podcast. Just me and you." So then Bert, that's the last thing he sees. He sees this DM move to somewhere else. And then Bert's blocked on all personal social media by me in real life.
friends on
Literally,
Facebook.
he says that. And then the next message, I think, was, hey, Russ, so this isn't my personal Twitter. This is like my podcast Twitter. Can I DM you on my personal Twitter and we can talk about it there? And he says, sure, DM me or tweet me. So then I do. And now Russell's following my personal Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is he following Bert and Burger, he is following my personal fucking Twitter.
It's a dream come true.
So I just think it's funny. Like Bert reaches out, or opens the DMs, and it says, we should start a podcast. And I'm like, hey, Russell, let's move this over somewhere else where we can talk in private. And he says, okay. And then Bert's just blocked by me and everything.
Yeah. Huh, okay.
So we move over to my personal Twitter. Again, all of this is 100% true, ladies and gentlemen. And Russell Hantz just asked me, Burger, to start up a podcast with him. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, this isn't happening. This isn't going to be real. This is him just drunkenly talking to me right now. This isn't fucking real. It's not going to happen. Rather, no one, you don't get it. Russell's just busy. Him and I are going to start this big famous podcast. I'm going to make all this money and yeah.
It's going to be
amazing. I think it's way better. I'm like, yeah, whatever, Russ. Sure thing, buddy.
Sure. I mean,
this is on.
Yeah, that was the best.
This is on Tuesday, October 25th. I say, hey, much better, bro. So we're DMing each other. He goes, I very different than most. I very different than most. And then I say, that other one I share with the co-host and shit, we can plan stuff together here. And then he says, and that the title of what we talk about, LOL.
Okay.
So we're off to a great start.
Yeah. Homie is gone right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know his name.
No, he's not that drunk, but he is. He's tipsy, and I'll tell you why I know that in a bit.
Okay.
He does say, I don't want you to fuck over your people. Like, he did say that. Like, he was... he didn't want me to fuck Bert over. And I was like, no, I'm not going to fuck him over, but I don't want...
No, don't worry about him.
Yeah, don't fuck him. He's a piece of shit. Trust me. I don't like him.
Yeah,
yeah, this is me and you, Russ. Look me in my eyes, Russ, okay? We're doing this, buddy.
Yeah.
As we're Eiffel Towering some chick. So,
Exactly.
we're talking, and he says, you think you can talk with me? I mean, back and forth. I can be pretty aggressive, but I know my limits. I did an interview with a crypto girl the other day, and no, she hates me. I guess she wanted to talk about crypto, LOL. I just did the interview because it wasn't Survivor Talk, and she was cute. And I'm like, Russ, have you checked out my podcast? Like, I sit and bullshit all the time, like with other guests and shit. Like, literally, we could do it. He says, let's start a podcast. And we don't talk about Survivor, me and you. He literally says this, ladies and gentlemen. You produce it. You edit it. I talk. Bring up college stories. I also graduated from LSU. I can relate.
Cool.
Russell Hantz texted me, let's start a podcast and we don't talk Survivor, me and you. He just said he wanted to start a Survivor with me, or a podcast with me. Let's do it, Russ. You produce it, you edit, I talk. Oh, absolutely, Russ. I'll edit all of it. I'll I'll produce the shit out of it. I'll advertise it. I'll suck your cock, Russell. Let's do it.
Whatever
Knowing damn well, hey, buddy, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not, like, if Bert said that to me, lol. Lol.
Okay.
But unlike Bert, I'm like, sure thing, buddy. Bert 100% in this situation. I don't know if I'll do all of it, but I can help.
Yeah. We'll see. But...
If I kept saying the truth, which is, no, I can't go to Thailand. I got to work. No, I don't have the money for it. No, I can't produce it and edit it. I don't have time for it. He would have stopped talking to me a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yo, bring up college stories I can relate because I was that, cool fucking college kid. Whatever, Russ. He says, figure out a name. And then I say something, And he's like, once we become successful and start making money, then we will talk about that later. Now it's just building a brand, and I will plug it in my original brand if it's good. And I said, hell yeah, man, I'm on board for this. Let's come up with a name. You get it ready, and I'm game. I do it from my iPhone, and we start talking about his microphone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, cool. When you ready? And I said, as soon as you need me, brother. You say jump. I ask how high. He said, let's do a show tomorrow. This is October 25th. I'm free. I don't like to wait time in my life. If it works, we are golden. If it doesn't, so fucking what?
Okay.
I have to work.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Russ, I'm sorry I can't do it. Would have stopped talking to me right then and there. So I'm like, sure, absolutely. In my head, I'm like, this motherfucker's never going to talk to me again. I know it.
Yep.
I know for a fact he isn't. I said, I can do that, brother. Gotta strike while the iron is hot. This is at 1 a.m, by the way.
Yep.
I'm supposed to be in bed right now.
Yeah.
Nope. Still talking to Russ.
My
I like your drive.
Ago.
Yeah. He says, I like your drive, but hope your personality will work too. I could be a little much sometimes, but I want to try to be normal. That's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to try. What's the name of the show? Let's figure that out. I say something else. Let's figure out a name, Russ says. We need a name and an emblem. We need to start a brand ASAP because I will air it if it's good on the Russell Hant Show. I'm like, yeah, you're drunk, buddy.
Yeah.
So then it goes, you want to get in a call and bullshit some names, see if we can figure it out. I said this at 1:08 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, pull your socks up for this one. Mm-hmm. Russell says, sure, I have 15 minutes. I just took a PM, but those bitches take a while.
Okay.
He says, what's your number? I said, Sam, I just popped a Melly for melatonin.
Yeah.
I give him my number, ladies and gentlemen. A few minutes later, I'm getting a call from Houston, Texas. I answer it, and Russell motherfucking Hantz is on the other fucking line. I shit you not.
Okay.
Russell and I talked for 54 minutes.
That was amazing. I
could not believe what was fucking happening. Oh my God. Like, I couldn't believe it. So him and I start talking on the phone. I have his number saved into my phone.
That means you could just like...
I could call Russ right now, see what the fuck he's doing.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Russ, what's up, big boy?
Hey, buddy. Remember me, fucker?
We start talking, and he's definitely drunk, but he is still pretty fucking cognitive, too. Like, he's pretty sane.
He's there, yeah.
Yeah, very, very much so.
All right, that's good.
And we start talking, and he starts talking to me about how good Joe Burrow is because Joe Burrow went to LSU and how LSU is going to make a run for the championship. And all right, now what are we going to name the podcast and stuff? And once again, while like we were texting, mm-hmm. I say something and he just keeps talking, like doesn't even acknowledge what I'm saying. And I could go into more details about this. I kind of feel bad just kind of exploiting all these fucking details with Russell with everything.
I don't think it matters in any way.
Yeah. So, okay. So this cocksucker. Yeah. Well, no, but let me just say this. And I talked to Steve from Survivor Quotes X about this too. Our good buddy of the show.
Yep.
Guys, Russell is just as much as a piece of shit in real life as he is on the TV show. He is just as much of a villain in real life as he is on this TV show. And I 100% expected that. You got to remember, I was in a group message with him before, so I got to see how he talked to other people all the time. So... and we just texted back and forth for an hour. So, like, Some people have told me, oh, the saying, don't meet your heroes. No. He's not my hero, first of all. He's my favorite Survivor contestant, one of my favorite fucking people, but he's not my hero. I knew he was not a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad dad or a bad friend or a bad whatever, but in general, he's very full of himself. He is pretty much better than everybody else in the room. He told me so many stories about how much pussy he's gotten. And he was saying something like he had a class reunion coming up, and Boo from Survivor, what the fuck was that, 14, wanted Russell to come, so Russell was looking at people that were going to go to that school reunion or class reunion, and he's like, all right, who could I fuck? They're too fat, though. Like, saying all of this shit, which I am feeding into him. Like, yeah, fuck them fat bitches, Russell. Yeah. Like, just stroking his ego with my fingers crossed behind my back the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
And he said something about, like, yeah, you meet this cute girl, you go to fuck her, and it turns out she has a wart on her pussy. And I said, yeah, or a big fat dick. And he's like, yeah. And he starts fucking laughing and everything. Like, that's literally, guys, I'm talking to my Uncle Scott right now. That's what it boiled down to. The reason why I was able to shoot the shit with Russell so much is because it was like talking to my Uncle Scott.
It's incredible. Scott was like fucking one multiverse away from
being Russell. Yeah, like Russell is a successful Uncle Scott. That's it. So we're talking, and he's talking, and I'm listening, just being surreal about this whole thing. And again, it's him just talking and talking and talking. Like, oh yeah, I went to Vietnam and I got these hot 24-year-old girls and people are giving me shit about it. Why the fuck are they giving me shit because I'm getting pussy? Are they really that fucking jealous of me right now? I'm like, hell yeah, Russ, they just fucking want to be you, dude. I'm just literally saying whatever I can to stroke this dude's cock right now.
Keep him on the
like,
phone
yeah, fuck them haters,
possible.
Russell. They gay. He's like, yeah, they gay. And things like that.
Holy.
And we started talking about black people, and he did not say anything racist. Let that be warned. Like, he did not say anything racist there. He was talking about how much he gets along with black people, honestly, and all that shit. And again, we keep going back and forth about this podcast idea and starting it up, and we'll split it 50-50. That's good. And he goes, why the fuck has nobody else asked me to be on a show with them and things like that? I'm like, well, Russell, you're kind of answering your own question right now. You're kind of a douchebag.
Yeah.
Like,
kind of a shitlord.
Yeah, seriously. So I want to start wrapping the story up. If you guys want more details, just ask me about it. I can tell you about it. But
yeah, head over to Twitch.
Yeah, head over to Twitch, seriously. But he kept saying he didn't want to talk about Survivor. He didn't want to talk about Survivor. He didn't want to talk about Survivor. I get it.
Totally get it.
Russell's big thing was he wanted to start a podcast like what Rhett and Link have, pretty much. Or he literally wanted to do what me and you are doing right now, Bert. He wanted to just sit and talk. That is all he wanted to do, was get a show going where he could tell funny stories. Survivor is naturally going to be brought up, and he will talk about it then, but he just wants to talk and bullshit. Now, he said, you can't agree with me on everything. You got to call me out on shit like that. Like, if you don't agree with me. And I'm like, trust me, Russell, there's a lot of things I don't fucking agree with you saying. He's like, that's good. That's what we need and everything. That's all he wanted, was a fucking friend to shoot the shit with. Just like what we're doing on B&B right now. Didn't he say that in our one chat? He's like, your podcast is good, but it needs more, or something like that.
It needs something like me on it.
Yeah, it needs me. It's going to be the Russell and Burger show now.
Hell yeah.
He very much wanted me specifically too. Like he didn't want anybody else there.
Oh no.
Remember that? He was like, me and you, just nobody else, just me and you. And I'm like, okay, well, this is weird because Bert's gonna read this.
Yeah, we need to move this somewhere else.
Yeah, so that's all he wanted. He wanted a show like that. We were going to do it tomorrow and everything like that. Let me tell you this. At the end of our conversation, things got really deep for Russ. He said, oh, everybody tells me it's just a game, right? It's just a fucking game. That's all Survivor is. It's just a game. Well, this game has made me lose my wife. This game has made me lose my multi-million-dollar job. Is it just a fucking game then? I have people that I know almost killed themselves over this. I've had people in my Patreon kill themselves. And if I would have known that, I would have said, stop what you're doing right now. Let's fly out and hang out right now. Me and you. We'll get drink. We'll go to the fucking bar. We'll have a good time. Is it just a game then?
Like, damn.
And I'm like, holy shit, Russ.
Fuck.
Wow, that was fucking deep. So what does this tell me about Russ? He's a narcissistic asshole. Absolutely. He's full of himself, and he's not afraid to admit it. He's like, I'm not afraid to admit that I get pussy because I'm Russell Hantz from Survivor. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Okay.
However,
yeah.
He's a villain. He's an asshole. He's a piece of shit. But deep down inside, there is a good guy in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he does have a pretty fucking big heart.
Right.
And I think this ego, this villain thing, this passion, this lust for, well, pussy, but lust for fame and being the best and everything like that, I think has really fucked up his sense of self.
Right.
And he's just constantly chasing that high now kind of thing.
Spooky.
So I have no doubt in my mind he loves his kids. I have no doubt in his mind that he really did love his wife and that there is a good person in this fucking little golem here.
Yeah.
There is a good man in Russell, and I really was excited to work with him, but in the back of my mind, I knew this was not going to work out at all. We got towards the end of the conversation. Our phones were about to die. We had to wrap it up. He said, let's do it tomorrow. Shoot me some names. And I have never talked to him since that night.
Fuck.
Never even sent me another message. He hasn't even opened the messages that I've sent him. Because he said, message me some names. So I waited all day the next day for him to message me first. He never did. So then I sent him some names. All it said was seen, or it said sent, not seen,
Yeah,
not seen. It said sent. And then I would see him like say something like 3 minutes ago on Twitter. So then I would say something else like, let's start a podcast, like trying to get his attention. I know he's on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
Still said sent. And then I said, best way to reach out to you, buddy? Still says sent. And he unfollowed me recently. And he unfollowed Burtonberger recently.
Fuck.
That is the end of the Russell and Burger show. We were going to call it, I liked Flippin' Hantz because flipping like a burger, Hantz because of his last name, and we were going to go back and forth and bullshit. Flippin' Hantz, baby. That's what we were going to call it.
It's pretty good. He fucked up.
And I have never talked to him since then. Guarantee if I tried to call him or text him, he'd say, who is this? I'd tell him who it is. He'd probably hang up and block me. So I'm just going to have it for keepsake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the, who's the most famous person you got on your speed dial? Shit.
Exactly. Yeah. FaceTime him. Okay. I don't know him like that, but I'll try.
Uh-huh.
So
good.
Yeah, long story short, I said everything I needed to say to keep sucking his dick.
Keep him around,
and to keep him around. The entire time, I very much thought I would never talk to him again.
Yeah.
I said that over and over when I told this story to my friends and family, that I would never. I said, here's what's going to happen is we're going to start a show and it's not going to go anywhere because Russell's stuff is pretty low quality.
Yeah.
Or there's a very small chance it would take off.
Mm-hmm.
Or the most likely scenario is I'm not going to even fucking talk to Russell ever again.
Yep. Oh,
and that's what happened. I mean, how many other people out there do you think he said that to? Russell doesn't know me. We were in a group chat together. He never talked to me specifically until that night. And now all of a sudden he wants to start a podcast with some random dude on the internet? Like, are you kidding me, Russell? Really?
It's very odd.
Yeah, this is not normal behavior, my dude. So, but this entire time, in the back of my head, I just said, I'm never going to talk to him again. I'm never going to talk to him again. I'm going to make the most of this while I can. Child Burger would have freaked out. Like Baby Patty Burger would have freaked out over this story. And it was just cool because I was coincidentally watching season 19 Samoa, his first season, and he would say things in that chat that I had with him that I just watched an episode, him say that in an episode.
Mm-hmm.
I control the way they feel, I can control the way they think. And then he would say that in the phone call.
You're like, yo.
And I'm like, it was a surreal experience. And I was just riding it out as long as I can. So we ended up not doing very well in that fantasy league because of a lot of injuries that happened in that league. I ended up losing to Russell the one time I played him, but Russell has not been in that group chat. He hasn't said anything in it. He was making stupid trades with his brother to make a super team, and it was a pretty scummy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to defend that. He was literally making trades so he would lose. His brother would have the super team, and his brother would pocket the money, and I'm guessing they would split it somehow.
Does it look like he's winning?
He's in dead last.
Oh, no, I mean his brother.
No, they're both last. It didn't work at all. Well, the commissioner started vetoing trades because people saw what was happening.
Oh,
that's a
awesome.
scummy thing to do. People have called him out in the chat. He has not opened the chats. He has not said anything in these chats anymore. He's AMA.
I know it was pretty talkative at the beginning, and then I remember whenever you talk about it, I'm like, damn, some more juicy gossip. These fucking dudes, and then it just stopped.
It just stopped. He's not opening the chats anymore. He unfollowed me, so I can't DM him again.
Yeah.
So how do I feel a couple months later after this? I am just as happy as I was before. Like I said, I very much knew this was not going to happen at all.
Uh-huh.
I knew he was just blowing smoke up my ass, and I was like, I'm not doing this. It's not going to happen. I think it could have been successful. I really think I could have shot the shit with Russell, and it might have turned into a good podcast, but it wasn't going to work out because I don't think he would have been a great business partner.
Yeah, that's
and
fair, yeah.
I don't think he would have split it 50-50. Bert and I would say, do a very good job making this 50-50 with this podcast here. He handles the editing and stuff, and I handle all the talks and social media and reaching out to people and things like that. Like we split it pretty much down the line, I think.
Yeah.
Russell wasn't going to even be a fucking guarantee he would show up when we were supposed to record.
Right.
And he wanted to record on his iPhone, and he had shitty internet and blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be terrible, dude.
Literally horrible.
Yeah, this is going to be ass. So
God.
I think it could have been something. I mean, Flippin' Hands could have been a good-ass show, I think.
Family household name.
But I don't think he would have been committed to it, and it would have been just too much work on myself. And I am very happy that it stopped where it did.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's where the peak, you know.
We lost bad in this fantasy league. However, I look at it as I just spent $50 to talk to Russell for a couple hours one night, and I would have gladly have spent more than that.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to end up getting third place in our league, so I can just say that money got paid back anyways, because there's a little bit of money you win for third place in our league, and it would be more than enough to cover my costs with Russell's league. So I got my money back. I got to talk to my favorite Survivor contestant of all time. Not only did I get to talk to him, I got his phone number, and he wanted to start a podcast with me. That story alone is good enough for me, ladies and gentlemen.
This is literally crazy.
So, what am I saying about Russ? One more time. Yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah, he's a narcissistic piece of shit. But I think the fame really got to him. I think also he was kind of like that before the fame too. But we don't know what's going on in his personal life. And he did say some things where I'm like, I think this guy has there's a little bit of a heart in there. It's like the Grinch, right? Where his heart was 2 sizes too small. And I think he just needs to get the right people in his life. I'm sure he has a great group of friends and family with him right now, but I think he just needs to calm down a little bit with this whole Russell Hantz thing and be Russell Hantz outside of Survivor. So it was a great experience. I thank Russell for it. It was an amazing time. My perception on him is not ruined at all. I kind of expected all of this. I can still watch. I'm watching Heroes versus Villains. He's in it right now. I don't even think about him as the guy I talk to on the phone. Like it's just a separate guy now at this point. Same thing with Coach. Coach is in that season, and I don't even think about him as the guy that came on B&B.
Right.
So it was a great experience. I'm happy for you, Russell, and hopefully you can find some a good person to be a co-host for you, buddy. I clearly wasn't the one for you. But no, I genuinely do wish nothing but the best for Daddy Hantz there.
Still unbelievable.
Once in a lifetime experience. I know a lot of Survivor fans would love to have, and it didn't cost me a fucking dime.
Not a penny.
Yeah, we're not going to Thailand, by the way. For that trip, that we did talk about that one time on the phone. Thankfully, I was really hoping he wouldn't start bringing that up. I'm like, no, order the tickets now. I'm good.
All about that,
But thanks for the talk, Russ. Meant the world to me. All right, so I think that's a long enough episode for you guys. I didn't want to talk about that for a long time because just in case there was the off chance that it did happen, the show did happen, I didn't want there to be,
bad beef,
this out
like,
there.
Oh, shit, now I gotta do this
out there while I'm doing a show with him. But I noticed today he unfollowed us. I don't know how long ago he unfollowed us. I want to say in the past week or two maybe. But once I noticed today, went right to Discord and put Russell's name in the fucking recording notes.
Yep, there it is.
It's time. My side of the story.
To see.
No ill feelings, really. There aren't. It was an amazing time. I loved it. So, but thank you for listening to this episode of the Burton Burger podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think of that story. It's a crazy one. One of the craziest experiences I ever had in my life, but we're just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. And remember, it's just comedy, Russell. Fucking chill.
Relax.
Holy shit.
Relax.
We went from being unfollowed by Russell to probably blocked after this episode comes out. So
he was an avid
Def was worth it. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for chilling. Thank you for vibing with your cousins. Sounds like we might do a little bit of a drunk stream this Thursday night. Little drinking stream. So come check it out, guys, if you can. This should be released on Thursday. So if you're hearing this now, come stream with us, baby.
Come hang with your boys.
All right, everybody. Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. LOL.
See you then.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
I'm getting hard. I'm getting the shits. I'm fucking can't see straight. I'm losing hair.